Okay, engineering graphics class. We're back with the drawing of the single pin gripper, the detail drawing, and I wanted to get back in here because I noticed a couple of mistakes. Actually, I noticed one mistake and one kind of improvement that I could make. So I wanted to go back in here and kind of talk you through what I noticed. So first of all, the improvement. Um, I don't think that this view right here and this view right here are both required. I think this view can go away because all of the dimensions that are on this view can be applied to this view. And because this view has the visible lines for the circular cutout here, or the spherical cutout, this view would be preferred. So I am going to do that. Now, in order to do that, I have to manipulate this a little bit. So I'll show you how we can do this. So first of all, I want to get this view is still necessary, but obviously it's going to have to be projected from this view here. Um, in order, if I just deleted this view and move these views to the side, this would be way off the page and it wouldn't be ideal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first transfer the dimensions from this view over here. That way I don't lose them. I don't forget that they're there or apply them differently. So let me get this view out here. That's 46. That's probably to the wrong point. So let me make sure I get that right. It's important that especially with chamfers and fillets and rounds like this, that you really zoom in and make sure you're grabbing the right things. Now, what's interesting is this is 46.95 and the other is 47.15. So I wonder what's going on there. Let me make sure I got that. Yeah. This would probably make me want to go back to the drawing and kind of inspect that. But I'm going to leave that like it is right now. I'll go back to the drawing later, and I'm just going to delete that just to help me keep note of what I'm doing. So then we have a diameter dimension, and that's going to be right there. Did I grab the right one? I don't think I did. Gosh darn it, you gotta zoom way in there with all these small features. There we go, that's better. And then this is going to be M4 by 0.7. That's the thread note. And I can delete that. And then we need this dimension, which should be from here to here, and that should be 16, which it is. And then we got 47 and 52.9. So let's get this plus 2. So the total height here, 52.9. All right, that's good. I'll move these around a little bit. So, and then this is the location of this hole. And that, yeah, I'm going to have to move this around. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that on the other side. I think that's... maybe I'll move this around. There we go. This is going to go right here. This is one of the bigger problems with these drawings a lot of times, is just spacing of the dimensions. If you take the geometric dimensioning and tolerancing class, the MDT 115 class, where we really do all the dimensioning that you need for production drawing, it is a real challenge. All right, and the 22, let's see, the last dimension that I want to take over there, 22 will go from here to here. And there we go. And now I can get rid of that, right? And then, of course, all these go bye-bye. And I'm going to project this over here, right? And I'm just going to temporarily move this over here and move this over here. This view is going to have to go away, so, and I'm going to move this over here. This seems like a lot of work, but I think it's necessary, first of all. There we go. So now this can go away. And let's, I'm going to move that over here. That's kind of disassociated now, this view. So I'm going to project it again. Because we always want to have a view projected. Now, the orientation of this cutout here changed, which is, which is correct. I might need to move these up a little bit. So let me do that up a little bit there. Not too far. And then we'll move this up a smidge right there, just to get it out of that. And then we got the 16 and the 2. And we'll keep the 16 as a reference dimension, because it is over dimensioning. We have that up there, so we want to be clear. Over dimensioning is tough when it's tough to kind of see that a lot of times, especially without tolerancing. But we don't want to dimension the same thing twice. That's a no-no. And let's pull this over here. And yeah. And then we can get rid of that. And we can get rid of that. And we can get rid of that. Okay, I just noticed another mistake. I spelled ASIM right there. That should be ASME. And now, so that's an improvement, right? Although a necessary improvement. But now the mistake that I noticed. Well, if you remember, I did not make the center of this spherical cutout right on the edge of that surface. In fact, I offset it slightly, and you can see that here. When I was looking at these, that's what I noticed right there. That should be a 0.5 millimeter off. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, in order to show that, I'm going to, let's move this over here for right now. I'm going to do a section view. And there we go. I don't need that text. Full section. Now that is going to allow me to come in here. Let me put the center mark in there. Center line, I should say. Come in here and dimension this. So what I need to do is I need to say how far this is off of the center. Let me see. Right there. And it should be 1/4 millimeter, which it is. And now I can just apply these dimensions back again and get rid of a third view. So it seems like there is a fair amount of chopping and fixing, but you know, I guess this is why it's important to review your work. Take a couple days and then go back and look at it. I know I've found that when I turn in things without reviewing them or looking at them, I oftentimes make mistakes. Now, I would really like to put a line through here. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do that. Sometimes with Fusion, you know, you're kind of limited, but I think I can get it in there. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, let's see, if I choose this line right there and right click and go to move, I'm going to move the end right there. To right there. Right. Whoops, I did not want to do that. I don't know why I hit escape. Let's fix that back in there. So we'll go back to move. And go right there. There we go. Now, that little yellow triangle with the exclamation mark in it says that that center mark is not aligned to anything, which it isn't. I just kind of fudged it in there, even though it's correct. I kind of fudged it in there. That yellow triangle does not print. So this is one of the things that we kind of have to deal with Fusion sometimes, is fudging things so that they're correct, but Fusion doesn't really like it. So I'm going to put that back in there because we need that. And I think that that is done. Now I might want to move this out here. That might be a little bit better. For that, I think everything else looks good. We got the spherical radius in there. We got the chamfer. Everything looks good. Oh, I just noticed another center mark that I'm missing right there. And I should probably put one in there too. Right, a little bit off. Right. But that is it, I do believe. So I'm going to save this, and if you have any questions or concerns or something you'd like me to go over, please let me know. All right, goodbye.